Ladies and gents, ladies and gentlemen, ladies of the gentle jury, the gentlemen of the ladies that think that secretly, deep down, they might be gentlemen, and last but not least, the man that is gentle. Welcome to episode 170. 70. Jeez, what am I? 157 of Keeping It Real. I am, of course, your host, Kadis. A few things I want to rattle off today. First and foremost, I wrote something down. I had a long and interesting day today. And at many points throughout the day, I thought, I should talk about this on Keeping It Real. I should talk about this on Keeping It Real. But of course, when Keeping It Real turns on, it's like I have nothing to give. I feel like you and me right now and Keeping It Real, it's very much like a relationship. And it has all these like things that are going on. And I honestly it's almost too complex to even begin to crack. That's why lately I think that these long episodes of silence have been really weirdly helpful. And not in the way of I don't know. It's like whoever was the one that said the episode had to be filled with words, me. But I think the biggest thing to remember here is I say the camera has to be on. And that is sort of like I'm in love with the camera. I'm in love with the recording, and I'm in love with the sharing. So it's like anything beyond that, it's kind of like hard to really acknowledge, because it's like, when did I ever say I was in love with the talking? You know what I mean? Now, of course, this is very much a fluid thing, and as time goes by, things change. And I think I've definitely seen things change. I watched Speed Racer tonight. That was something that I wanted to talk about. And I wanted to quote a few things from Speed Racer. Hold on one second. If you haven't, this episode will be titled Speed Racer 100%. And if you haven't seen the movie, it's free on YouTube, and it is one of the best things I've ever watched in my entire life. Racer X, and I'm not going to spoil anything. I won't spoil anything. It doesn't matter if racing never changes. What matters is if we let racing change us. Every one of us has to find a reason to do this. You don't climb into a T180 to be a driver. You do it because you're driven. Speed Racer. Here, can I read this comment that I left on the YouTube and I rarely comment anything ever. YouTube is such a crazy website. I've had such a crazy time with it. Only after I've started making videos have I actually been commenting. How do I see the comments that I've left? Speed Racer. See what I can pull up here. Okay. 3 hours ago, I wrote, "This is the best damn movie I will ever watch. I tear up and break out into goosebumps more times throughout the film than I can count on my hands. Thank you, Speed Racer. Thank you for everything." If you have no idea what Speed Racer is, it's actually my profile picture. That's the cartoon version of the main character. His first name is Speed, and his last name is Racer. And now that I'm older and I know what anime is and what manga is, it's obvious why the movie was written like that and why the actors speak like that and the scenes move like that. But when I was a kid, it was just so colorful and different. And it's like Speed Racer has this older brother relationship, and there's like a younger brother, and there's three of them. And oh my God, it's like the way those cars move in that movie is how I used to play with my Hot Wheels. And how dramatic it is. It's like I'm picking at my nails because I'm anxious while I'm saying this, because I think I'm worried I'm not going to be able to really convey with my words the way that this watch that I just had of this movie made me feel. I saw things in it that I never saw before. It used to just be about how cool the cars moved and how colorful the colors were. And Trixie was really cute, his girlfriend. But in this time, in this watch, I kind of noticed like how beautiful the story is and how powerful the characters are and how amazing the movie is. I mean, it just takes you through this beautiful tale of a magical hero and a wonderful family, and it's like no one even knows about this damn movie, man. For some reason, it doesn't show the amount of views, which is weird. But it was released in 2008. And Speed Racer, man. Just doesn't get any better than that. This episode, I think we're going to use, because we just talked about how there's no rules, because it's on our minds that we don't have to adhere to anything as long as the camera's on and we can take a deep breath. Because after all, that makes for the most, even if I am silent and it's not as engaging, it's about sort of what is repeatable and 100% what's repeatable. If you look at the best people in the world in their practices, whatever it is, professional sports, mathematicians, just these people that push the boundary of what is possible for the human being, they work in repeatable. It's like, what is repeatable? Like, what can I do that I can do knowing that I can do again? Because if you look at all these greats, they all have one thing in common: relentless practice. LeBron James, you'd have no idea who he was if he just worked his ass off for one summer just so he could dunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he was just like, if I could just dunk, then I would be able to dunk in a pickup game, and that one girl would, like, whatever he would think about what would happen once he dunked. It's kind of similar to me. Like, if I could just have a really good Keeping It Real episode, let me make this episode really good. What's repeatable? And that I don't know. It's kind of like a interesting thing to realize. Like, first things first, you have to figure out what is something that is amazing that I can do. And this is it, pretty much. It's kind of like the understanding that I really did begin this whole thing with, like, the determination. I remember thinking, like, I'm going to, for as long as I possibly can, continue to make just 5-second clips every day. Or I'm just going to continue to press record. It was at the root of it all, like, record. And I don't actually know how it began or what I thought. I mean, it's so much time condensed into just a couple silly memories that I don't even feel qualified to talk about it, even though I am me. It's kind of like the movie Speed Racer. Speed Racer wasn't always my favorite film. It was a movie that I liked to bring up, a movie that I like to come back and watch every once in a while, but there's tons of movies out there, and definitely other movies have made me feel other kinds of ways. But throughout time, and especially because, like, I happened to make it my profile picture on an account that I created in 2016 after I lost my other account that I had since, like, 2014, and it's like, I never changed the picture. Even when I start posting my face every day and saying all these things, I keep my profile picture. And then there it was on my homepage tonight, recommended to me, the 2-hour and 14-minute long movie Speed Racer for free on YouTube. And I never clicked anything so fast. I clicked it so fast, and I saw the colors and the music started playing, and I said, I'm watching this whole thing. And I did. I watched the whole thing. And throughout the movie, you know, I would have these goosebumps and like my eyes would tear up and I would like start screaming at the screen like, go, go, Speed Racer, go. And I would kind of think to myself, hey, it's worth contemplating, you know, why I'm feeling all these feelings watching this movie. And I think a little bit of it is kind of like self-guidance. I feel like the decisions that I've made over the years and the thoughts that I've had have like compounded into this way where my finger just dragged across the trackpad on my laptop and clicked that movie so fast. It was like no thought at all. And like it came together throughout that 2 hour and 14-minute span where every scene brought back memories, and I was just so hyper focused on the characters and the story and the just the beauty of it all that it's like now all I have is to look forward to the next time I watch it. It's beautiful, man. I thought about how my dad watches The Godfather every year on Christmas. Speed Racer. Please watch it. Best movie in the entire world. Speed Racer. Can't beat it. So this is where I'm going to leave off here. And then I'm going to tell you what direction this episode is going to go into, but it will be silence. I'm going to lead into, wait, this is just what I wanted. This is what I was kind of getting at, is the fact that I had this experience with this movie the way that I did. It just kind of calls into question like how your life kind of rolls, right? You know what I mean? People that do A and B eventually meet C. That's all. That's all there is to think about, you know? If you've done A and B, you can expect C. I don't know what else to say other than that, but that's just kind of like where I'm at, where I'm thinking, okay, tonight, I'm going to stop talking because I don't want to talk anymore. I feel like I want to keep talking, but I'm done talking. I have an obligation to meet. I made a promise to Mom, and I have decided that if I'm going to be silent and I'm going to just turn on YouTube and watch stuff during Keeping It Real, first things first, I'm going to use this opportunity to feel like I'm doing, you know, when you do like two things, when you knock out two things at once, you feel good, right? So it's like, well, I could do things while the camera's on me. There's no rules anymore for Keeping It Real. We just do whatever we want, I guess. Oh, and by the way, that beat that I was rapping on, that past 2 episodes, copyrighted. What a shame. What a shame. But yeah, I'm gonna do. I don't want to do it. It scares the hell out of me, but I'm gonna. I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with. And then we're going to look at the lyric video and sing that song together because I love that song. Hold on, let me get my phone. What? The Microsoft Authenticator app? I can't believe I'm signing into this shit right now. Okay. Okay, I don't. All right, let's take a deep breath. All that I said that I would do tonight is make a meeting. So I didn't even have to sign into this, to be honest with you. I didn't actually have to sign in. I wasn't thinking about what I actually had to do. All I have to do is make a meeting. Science. How do I schedule a student portal? Oh, academics. Advising. I was just here. Oh, schedule. Wait, virtual appointment. We'll see about that. Oh, nope. Yep, it's all virtual. Can I do... All right. This is where this gets tricky because like I'm running into a roadblock. Like, why can't I just schedule why can't I just schedule visit, admission, academics, advising, student support advising. Wait, I'm just back there again. I keep on advising. Meet with advising events, advising tools. Now I have to say it makes sense that there's no button called just like schedule a thing, right? Because these are real people that work these jobs and like they have a lot of these meetings to do today. So it makes sense that it's kind of hard to find whatever, because I've done this before. I have scheduled meetings with these advisors before and they have this calendar and it's really nice. But education, maybe? I mean, okay, so I do see advising is available on a walk-in basis from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So maybe there isn't a... Okay, so this is what we'll do. Because to be fair, driving out there is a drag. 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. So, I mean, why don't we schedule a virtual appointment? Virtual academic standing, that would make sense. Yeah. Oh wait, no, that's like suspension and stuff. Future university transfer. This is an online meeting hosted through Microsoft Teams. Current math and science. Well, that's probably if I... Okay, 25 minutes. This is a virtual meeting intended for current students in the math and science care team who are pursuing an associate in science degree. This is an online meeting hosted through Microsoft Teams. Click. And we have dates and times. Okay. I have my schedule on my phone. When did life become like this? I used to just be so stoned I didn't even know what month it was. Makes me laugh when I think about that. Okay, here's my work schedule. June 2025. That is the month that we're in. All right, so 5 Thursday. How convenient is that? Tomorrow. I actually don't even work tomorrow, so let's do the time that we would usually have to clock into work. So 3:05 p.m. Anyone? First and last name, jackkadis. Email, jackkadis. Wait, no, that's my... I want my wake tech email. At my... What is your birthday, including the year? My student ID number? I think that's it. Okay, well now it actually helps that I did log in, so I can check user profile. I got it right first try. Still know my student ID number. Wow, I can't believe that. Well, I don't know. All I'm doing is making a meeting. That's all I'm doing here. And I don't need to be talking about it either. I feel like that's kind of making this harder than it needs to be. I was alone, place to call home. My only friend was the man in the moon, and even sometimes he would go away too. Then one night I closed my eyes, I saw a shadow flying high. He came to me with the sweetest smile, told me he wanted to talk for a while. He said, Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely ever since that day. I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. Sprinkled me in pixie dust and told me to believe in him and believe in me. Together we will fly away in cloud of green to your beautiful destiny. Soared above the town that never loved me, I realized I finally had a family. Soon enough we reached Neverland. Peacefully my feet hit the sand, and ever since that day, I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, Wendy, darling, even Captain Hook, you are my perfect storybook. Neverland, I love you so, you are now my home, sweet home forever, a lost boy at last. And Wendy, darling, even Captain Hook, you are my perfect storybook. Neverland, I love you so. You are now my home sweet home forever. A lost boy at last. Always I will say I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. New, 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 new. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. I think my favorite part about this song is it's a beautiful, like, woman's voice, but she says she's a lost boy. I don't know why, I love it. Here it is, that free for profit, old school freestyle. It's not free for profit. They lied. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. I'm out. Peace.